about to give on this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you. Please be seated. Trooper Marsh, we're having some audio issues in our courtroom, so I'm going to ask you to try to project, come up to the microphone and project like you're a school teacher, maybe, just so that everybody can hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Williams.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. Please tell us your name.
I am Trooper William Marsh.
And Trooper is not your given name. Is that where you're employed at Georgia State Patrol?
That is correct.
You know, I see you're in civilian clothes. Is this your off day?
No, sir.
You're dressed like this for court?
Yes, sir.
And are you still a state highway patrolman?
I am.
How long have you been a law enforcement officer for?
About 7 years.
Has all of that been with highway patrol?
Just under McDaniel Street. When APD came across the radio saying they were tracking a stolen vehicle out of DeKalb County that was traveling I-20 eastbound passing Martin Luther King. I responded to their call, let them know that I was going to be heading to them. I turned around and started headed back eastbound. I was able to locate APD as they were exiting the connector ramp heading northbound from I-20 eastbound. I located what they said was a brown stolen Kia Sportage. After passing several APD officers, I located the vehicle. It didn't have its lights on. Made it very noticeable. Once I approached the vehicle in my patrol.
And they didn't have the lights on?
Yes, sir. It was like that daylight saving time, so it's a little dark outside and heavy traffic.
And so you put your blue lights on to pull over that Kia Sportage?
That is correct, yes, sir.
And what did the Kia Sportage do at that point?
At that time, the vehicle pulled onto the right shoulder and began to flee from me. I then pursued the vehicle down the right shoulder of the connector ramp heading northbound towards 75 North. Had real heavy traffic. The vehicle then darted into the heavy traffic to an attempt to, avoid me.
Did the vehicle hit any other vehicles? Was there anything like that happened?
Yes, sir. So during the pursuit, once we actually got onto 75 North, the vehicle was able to maneuver through heavy traffic all the way from and all the way over to the HOV lane. Once it got into the HOV lane, it tried to pass a Chevy Tahoe on the left side of it. It struck the rear of that vehicle and then continued on up the HOV lane.
Did you ever see the driver of that Tahoe again?
That is correct, yes, sir. So once the pursuit continued, they took the HOV ramp to Piedmont Avenue. At the top of the ramp, I was able to perform a pit maneuver and stop the vehicle.
Was that driver okay?
Yes, sir.
And the driver of the Kia Sportage, was that Josiah Hugley?
Yes, sir.
What is a pit maneuver?
It's a precision mobilization maneuver, a technique used by certified law enforcement officers to terminate a pursuit.
Is that with you getting in front of the vehicle and stopping it?
No, sir. That would be placing a precise, basically a move to break the traction or have the vehicle lose traction to attempt to slow it down.
Oh, okay. Making some contact to make it slow.
That is correct, yes, sir.
And you're fully trained and do that as a state highway patrolman?
That is correct, yes, sir.
Was the vehicle searched as well?
It was, yes, sir. It was disclosed to me by the officers on scene. I actually...
Mr. Williams?
Let me rephrase that, Your Honor.
Okay.
Were you able to recover anything?
Yes, sir. So at the end of the pursuit, once I pitted the vehicle, I was able to exit the vehicle. Once I exited the vehicle, there were two subjects in the vehicle. Mr. Hugley was the driver, and then you had a passenger in the vehicle. I was able to get to the vehicle, so I had to kind of wait for them to exit the vehicle because I can't take two on one. Well, once they exited the vehicle, once I passed the car, I could see that there was a weapon on the driver's seat of the vehicle.
And what was that weapon?
I think it was a Mac 9.
And was there a foot pursuit, or were you able to apprehend Mr. Hugley?
It was. So once they both exited the vehicle, I actually pursued the passenger first, pushed him down for APD Hugley, which we ran towards John Portman. He tried to come off the high-rise curve onto the main road where he fell on his face, and then he rolled on his back. And then from there, I drew my taser, gave him commands to surrender, which he did.
And was Mr. Hugley then charged with offenses?
That is correct.
Is it certified?
It is certified, yes.
Any objection? Ms. Drake? Okay, it's admitted without objection in trial, subject to previous motions.
Trooper Marsh, thank you so much. The other attorneys may have some questions for you.
Okay, thanks, sir.
Ms. Drake? Yeah.
Do you recall the name of the other individual that was charged in this case?
Not the first day, but the last day was Morgan.
Okay, so it was not Miles Collins or David Booker. Would
No.
that be a fair statement?
That is correct, yes.
And may I approach the witness, please?
Yes, ma'am.
So based upon the incident date, of the date, you would have been 17 at the time of this incident, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And the incident date is listed as November 14th of 2019?
Yes, ma'am.
And he would have entered a plea. Can you see when that plea is dated? Is it dated December the 30th of that year?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Excuse me. Yes, it was dated back to what date?
It was
Did he receive credit for time that he was in custody from the incident date to the present date?
that is correct.
And also, so this plea was entered as a first offender, is that correct?
That is correct.
And first offender, if they complete that, is not a conviction, is that correct?
I have no knowledge.
And the charge that he pled to, was that among the fleeing and some other charges, was that by receiving stolen property, correct?
That is correct.
He was not charged or pled to stealing the vehicle, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And the possession of a firearm during the commission of a he pled to having on or within arm's reach a firearm. Would that be based upon the indictment?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know how old the other individual was that was in the car?
No, ma'am.
I believe that's all I have. Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, the jury, Trooper Marsh and the next two final witnesses of today, I believe, are all going to be about Josiah Hugley, and so we've decided to let Ms. Drake go first. That's why the difference in order. Certainly. Okay, Mr. Williams?
No further, no.
Okay, may we release Trooper Marsh?
Thank you.
Any objection to releasing this witness?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Trooper Marsh. You are released and have a good day. State call its next witness.
Tyron John?
Sergeant, is it Sergeant, we think?
In abundance of caution, maybe Sergeant.
Yeah, Anthony
Yes.
Trujon. Okay, I want to make sure I had the correct witness. Thank you, Mr. Williams.
Yes, we did list him as Sergeant.
No, that's okay, it's an odd last name. Good morning. If you're called on the podium or remain standing, if you raise your right